Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm kalikaiz and today we're playing Affinity. We're playing Turbo Initiative. It's gonna be Turbo Initiative Affinity. We're playing a card called Metamorphosis, which says sacrifice a creature to cast a spell, add X mana of any one color where it's 1 plus a sacrificed creature's mana cost. So this card is very expensive on Magic Online, but not that much in paper, because on Magic Online it was only in treasure chests. But we have a bunch of 4-drops with Refurbished Familiar, which is a new card from Modern Horizons 3, and we have Frogmite. So these are our Affinity 4-drops, and we're going to be slamming the Metamorphosis on them to power out our Goliath Paladin or our Avenging Hunter. You can also Metamorphosis Mere Enforcer and then have 8 mana towards creature spells, which is pretty sweet. I'm supporting the deck with 4 Blood Fountain to rush out Affinity, 4 Candy Trail for card selection, Deadly Dispute for card advantage, Galvanic Blast for removal. Otherwise, we're just going to do our thing and hopefully it's good enough. Tried to record this a couple of times, got beat up. So let's see how this one goes. If you want to do a deck donation, check out patreon.com/kalikaiz. This is from Groma, who saw the idea of using Metamorphosis to power out the initiative creatures on Reddit. So that's sort of where this came from. And then in my head, I thought, let's use the Affinity creatures. So it could be pretty cool. If you want to get the cards to the list, check out Card Market, the largest seller of Magic the Gathering cards in Europe. And that's about it for me. The sideboard is pretty simple. More removal, anti-blue, anti-ground creatures, and anti-affinity. So let's see how this works out. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get into the matches. Okay, we have a very slow hand. I think I'm going to keep just based on having the Galvanic and the Candy Trail. Our opponent is on Silver Bluff Bridge, maybe Wildfire. Probably a Wildfire deck. I've seen this person on Jeskai Wildfire before. So we have a turn 2 Refurbished Familiar, plus a Galvanic here. They play a Rustvale Bridge. So we're going to go Vault of Whispers, cast the Candy Trail. Paladin on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we can keep the Mere Enforcer, but I don't think that's what we want to be doing right now. Let's cast a Refurbished Familiar. They discard a land. All right. Let's see if they Wildfire me. Little do they know we have a basic. Another Refurbished. Let's go ahead and cast that one then. Why don't you just go ahead and discard again? They might have a loose focus here. Okay. They are going to discard. We're on 4-color Jund Affinity. Turbo Initiative. Attack you for 2. Opponent discards a Dawnbringer Cleric. Screds my creature. Okay. So currently we have 5 Affinity. They cycle Lorien Revealed. Plays a land. 3 cards in hand. We're expecting Drifter Ephemerate. They're going to go Archaeomancer for the Lorien Reveal. Let's just kill the Archaeomancer right now. Find a Deadly Dispute. So I think I'm going to Deadly Dispute this Candy Trail because it's a little bit of a ramp. Play the bridge. Attack you for 2. If they tap out, we can just start slamming our initiative creatures. They're going to Brainstorm. So they'll use the Lorien Reveal to cycle and then clear the Brainstorm, making it good for them. Okay, they play an Augur of Bolas. What do they find? Lorien Revealed. So then they can cycle the Lorien Revealed for a land drop. And we're going to cast our Goliath Paladin because probably the one that's not going to die. Then we can get a Swamp. Cast the Goliath Paladin. Get a Swamp. Play the Swamp. Play a Refurbished Familiar. Very nice. Now we're just going to hang out behind the initiative a little bit. Opponent discards a Scred. No attacks. 3 cards in hand. They're going to play a Lorien Revealed. Okay. So here we get to forge up the Refurbished Familiar and attack for a very large amount. Put it on the refurb. And then we have a Mere Enforcer too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Darn. Let's just cast an Avenging Hunter. Trap you. Okay, it's working. Attack, attack, attack. They're at 4. Sweet. We were so close to dumping the Mere Enforcer too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just needed 1 more mana or 1 more artifact on the table. I think we got him. They have 6 cards in hand, and they're not going to be able to do anything about it. Refurbished Familiar is a beating. And we win game 1. Let's go. Okay. So, basically just want the Pyroblasts. And then I think I can take out the Galvanics for the Pyroblasts here. It's sort of an upgrade because it kills every one of their creatures, and it also counterspells them. Candy Trail looks pretty good here. Okay, we're up a game. We can go turn 1 Blood Fountain, turn 2 Refurbished, turn 3 Refurbished. Opponent plays a tap land, so we have the turn 1 Blood Fountain. Oh, yeah, we'll just play Blood Fountain here. If they Wildfire me, I can just get a Swamp, and then play the Bridge and play the Refurbished Familiar. They're going to do nothing. I'll play my Drossforge Bridge then, pass the turn. I don't want to try to double spell them. They play a Rustvale Bridge. They're going to Wildfire. Okay, we've got double Refurbished Familiar for you. Now they have 4 mana on the table. I have a Frogmite, land, Refurbished Familiar, play another one, play Frogmite. So at this point we're looking for a Metamorphosis, or we just in 2 turns cast the Goliath Paladin. We would get a little bit blown out by a Breath Weapon here. Of an Avenging Hunter. I will attack. I guess if they Breath Weapon, we get everything back with the Blood Fountain. They go to 14. 5 mana for the opponent. Let's see if they just cast a Muldrifter. They're not going to cast a Muldrifter. Okay, I will attack. They take 6. Okay. Just go land. And there's not really any reason to cast the Blood Fountain. I guess I'm passing. They're going to cast a Murmuring Mystic. Okay. Well, I will then attack you for 4 in the air. And then I'm going to play a Blood Fountain, see if they want to counter it. They don't. We can Blood Token away the Avenging Hunter. Or the Goliath Paladin. Murmuring Mystic's going to be kind of a pain. If they only have counterspells in hand, we just attack. Vault of Whispers. Okay, let's attack for 4 in the air. Plays a Lightning Bolt. Okay. Then they're going to block the other Refurbished. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and get them back. Then cast them again. Here they could have counterspells. They probably will. Cast a counterspell. Play another one. You got another counterspell. Cast a counterspell, okay. I mean, I've got more where that came from. So next turn, I'm probably going to go Refurbished Familiar into Avenging Hunter. They cast a Muldrifter. Axe for 2. No problem. We find a Deadly Dispute. Let's see. I think I want to play out the initiative. Play the Avenging Hunter. Take the initiative. Grab the Forest. Swamp. Play the Swamp. Play the Refurbished Familiar. Make them discard. They discard an Augur of Bolas. Okay. Your turn. They're going to attack for 2 in the air, so they'll take the initiative and get a basic. They're attacking with everything. Okay, so no blocks for me. We're going to go to 14. They'll have to have multiple removal spells and counter spells here. 4 cards in hand. Plays an Augur of Bolas. Maybe I should discard the Deadly Dispute. Finds an Ephemerate. Pretty solid. So I can Ephemerate and make a blocker for the Refurbished Familiar. We have a Pyroblast. Okay, I'm going to start with attack with everything. Or attack with my Refurbished and my Avenging Hunter. They Ephemerate the Augur of Bolas. We're going to Pyroblast it. Pyroblast the Augur of Bolas. They have a counterspell. Let's try Deadly Dispute on the Blood Token. Okay. They find a Brainstorm. They're going to block. They're going to let me have the initiative back. Okay, they might be dead here then. That's a surprise. Okay, we take the initiative. Forge. Forge on the Avenging Hunter. Let's see if they have a Scred. They have a Scred. Oh, they're so dead. Oh man, we got lucky. They tried to be fancy, and it did not pay off for them. Okay. Guess what? Boop, 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 boop. Boop, you're dead. Trap you. Sweet. So we win a game. We win a match. All right. We'll see you in round 2. Round 2, we're on the draw versus Thang. We have double Metamorphosis, but nothing to power out. We have a turn 2 Frogmite. Opponent is on one of my decks. So it could be Poison Storm, or it could be Ultratron, whatever. I'm going to keep it. Not this time. Not Ruby Storm this time. Okay, they're on Wildfire Mardu. Okay, so now we can power out a Goliath Paladin on turn 3. Plays a Novice Inspector. Let's go land into Frogmite. See what they do. They're going to Wildfire me, it looks like. They Wildfire themselves. Okay, so we can land, Frogmite, attack, Metamorphosis. 4, 5, Mirror Enforcer. Okay, attack you. I bet you didn't see this one coming. Okay. And we're going to crack this, make 5 white, and cast a Goliath Paladin. Okay. We'll grab the forest. Your turn. So if they play the initiative, how screwed am I? Pretty hosed. They're going to Wildfire their bridge. I think we just forge on the Frogmite and make a bunch of big creatures. They play a Cleansing Wildfire. We could also Lost Well and search for another initiative. They have 1 creature in play. I think I'm going to Lost Well. Find Deadly Dispute Galvanic. Okay, so I can take both of these, lay out my forest, attack with everything. Well, now I can just Deadly Dispute my land, blast your Inspector, and attack. Okay. So they're not likely to take back the initiative soon, but who knows if they'll have it right away. If they have the initiative right now, we can take it back. They have to have a removal spell. We can attack with Paladin and Mirror Enforcer, but it dies to 1 removal spell. If we attack with both, then we're going to take the initiative back, but then, okay, let's see. Have a refurb. I'm going to attack with everything. They have Cast Down, Raven Charm. Okay, that's it. They're going to take 3. We go into Stash, I think. 20 more creatures on the table. We could also goad this, but I want to have more creatures, I think. Stash. Make a treasure. That also adds to our affinity count. Play the... Oops. Then we will get rid of my damage stop. And just play a Refurbished Familiar here. We still have the Metamorphosis if we draw something good off the top as well. Our opponent's turn. 4 mana. 5 mana, they're going to play another Paladin. Bummer. They're making their Paladin bigger. We can block the 5/8. I mean, we were going to get hit by a Galvanic or either way, I think. I kind of have to Galvanic the Refurbished Familiar. Alright, I'm going to attack with my Refurbished Familiar and see if they Galvanic it. I don't have to use the Metamorphosis right now. Terminate. Okay, land into Goliath Paladin. This is just a weird initiative mirror. And we get a 4/1 with Menace. So next turn I think we have lethal attacks. Come on! Oh wait. We still get the 4/1. And we have the initiative. I'm confused. I don't know who has the initiative. I guess they do with their Ephemerate. Ephemerate's pretty intense here. They only have 1 card in hand. Right now we have enough blockers, or enough damage to get in. They reveal they get to go into the throne because the Ephemerate gets an Inspiring Overseer, so they have 3 blockers. Okay. Plays a Refurbished Familiar. Goodbye, Metamorphosis. They have 4 blockers. We have 5. They need 5 blockers. They crack a clue, 3 cards in hand. We find a bridge. Alright. Going to swing out. If they remove a spell, they win, I think. They're going to eat the Mirror Enforcer. Double block. Block, that lives. Okay, Goliath Paladin's going to connect. We're going to kill the Refurbished Familiar. They're going to go to 4. We will get an Avenging Hunter because it has Trample. Take the initiative back. Again. And we get another basic. Swamp. Play my bridge. Pass the turn. So they kind of have to attack with the Inspiring Overseer. That's coming in. Galvanic off the top would win the game, I guess, but they might have Strands. So I guess I'm looking for Candy Trails so I can try to find the next good thing. They play a Swamp. They late to dinner their Novice Inspector. Tracks a clue. Find a Mirror Enforcer. Back with everything again. They probably go block, 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 and then they keep the initiative. Okay. And they have an Ephemerate. They gain 3 life off their food token, okay. They have Mirror Enforcer. It's a turn. They have 5 power in the air. 6/7 now. So if they find an Ephemerate, I guess we're super dead. They can attack. They're going to Lost Well instead. People really love the Mardu deck, that's for sure. They're going to cast a spell. Ardent Elementalist to get back, what, Terminate or something? Get back Ephemerate? Okay, fine. I'm going to concede. I think I want to have the cast downs. Maybe I just cut the Galvanics. 1 Metamorphosis. 2 Galvanics. I'm going to keep the Metamorphosis. Alright, let's see if we can make it happen this time. We need to be faster. So Metamorphosis is helpful for that. Man, I thought we were so far ahead. Mulligan this one. Any trail. Okay, so keep this. Put back this bridge, and then we can go Blood Fountain, Frogmite, Candy Trail. Or we could just, yeah. Alright, done. I guess either way, play the Candy Trail first. See what the draw is going to be. Found the Metamorphosis. Okay. So Avenging Hunter can't play very well, but the Metamorphosis I can. We're going to have a turn 3 Avenging Hunter. Will it be good enough? Land. Play the Blood Fountain. And then I think I want to just pass so that they can't kill my creature and that I'm going to try to Metamorphosize. Plays a Faithless Looting. Okay, so they're not going to have a creature this turn. Maybe they discard a Prismatic Strands and play a Thraben Inspector. Discards Prismatic Strands, Novice Inspector. We will go Frogmite. Bracket. Make green. Play the Avenging Hunter. And I'll grab the plains. Alright, we'll get the plains here and play the Slagwoods Bridge and pass the turn. Next turn I have 4 mana. If they don't represent Galvanic Blast, I'm going to... Okay, they terminate, so we're going Lost Well here. Mirror Enforcer, Deadly Dispute. I think I take both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They just scoop. Nice. Very, very nice for me. Try it again. Okay, so we have a quick Refurbished Familiar. 2, 3. Yeah, we'll keep this one. We'll go Bridge into Tree of Tales, Candy Trail, Refurbished Familiar. Our opponent mulligans to 5. Perfect for me because I'm going to punish that with my refurb. Okay, plays a bridge. We will play our black bridge. Another familiar off the top. Wow. That's going to be hurtful. They play a land, second bridge. Go land, play the Tree of Tales. I guess I should have played the Vault of Whispers, to be honest. Avenging Hunter on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I'm going to keep it. Play the Refurbished Familiar. So this next turn is Refurbished Familiar again, plus, I don't know, I guess play the Slagwoods Bridge. They kill my refurb, because they're afraid I'm going to turn it into Avenging Hunter. Plays their own Refurbished Familiar. Okay. I guess I'm going to get rid of Bridge, and then I'll play Refurbished Familiar again, and pass the turn. We know we're drawing an initiative creature. If they go to kill my creature, I think I'm just going to block. Take their creature off the table. Now I'm going to Deadly Dispute the Candy Trail. Because if I draw an untapped land, I have enough to cast the initiative. Find a Refurbished Familiar again. Making them discard. That's our 3rd Refurbished Familiar. Another Avenging Hunt, or Ardent Elementalist for the opponent. Next turn we have 5 mana. They could not find mana to save their life. Find a frog. Play the Frogmite. Play my Avenging Hunter. Just because it's huge. Then we'll grab our plains so that we can next turn cast the Goliath Paladin. Alright. Opponent says, GG, good luck. GG, good luck, opponent. We'll see you in round 3. We're here in round 3 versus Pauper Performance, another creator, I believe. We're going to be mulliganing this one. We just don't have anything going on in the early game. That's close. I think I should mulligan. We have 2 draws to draw land. I'm keeping it like a crazy person, so let's see what happens. So we're going to go Dark Moss Bridge. If we draw land, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could maybe cast the Mere Enforcer on turn 3. They play a Tomb Raider, so that's not great. We draw land. All right, they play an Implement of Combustion. I'm going to hit for 2. We go to 18. So I'm relying on Candy Trails to dig me out of this. And a Kuldotha Rebirth. Scary. Find a Candy Trail. Let's go Blood Fountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they Seal of Fire. Gets in for 4. We're good to 14. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 5. Try 2. I don't know what I want here. I guess I do need the lands. So bottom, top the land. We'll go Frogmite, and then immediately play a Mere Enforcer. They can Seal of Fire the Frogmite, or they can Seal and Fire the Mere Enforcer after it blocks. In this matchup, the initiative is somewhat of a liability, so maybe we could just not even play it post board, other than maybe the big white one. That's something to consider. I didn't think about that before. They're going to kill my Frog and Goblin Bushwhacker. So we're definitely going to block the Tomb Raider. We're going to take 8, play the bridge, and then I guess I'm going to gain 3 and go to 9. Play a Frogmite. That was a nice draw. Pass the turn. I really like Candy Trail. It's an awesome card. Just does so much work. They play an artifact land. 4 cards in hand. Another Bushwhacker. This is 6 damage even if we block. So a bolt kills us. Go block and block. We go to 3. Bam. You're dead. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so we bring in the Krarkland Shamans. And then we cut some number of initiative creatures. Do we cut Paladin or the Avenging Hunter? I guess the Paladins. The Avenging Hunter is a little bit better. Oops, that's a Pyroblast. I don't want the Pyroblast, I want the Krarkland Shaman. Oh no! Oh no! Uh-oh. I accidentally submitted a Pyroblast. We're going to mulligan this one. We have multiple lands. Let's keep. Put back 1 Blood Fountain. We can turn 1 the Blood Fountain, turn 2 Frogmite and Refurbish Familiar. And then we're just trying to block. Block all day. Land, Blood Fountain. We have 3 artifacts on the table. They play a Great Furnace and a Tomb Raider. Gets in for 2. Go land, Refurbish Familiar, discard a card. Then I'll play the Frogmite, and I'll trade the Refurbish Familiar with the Tomb Raider. If I can make my land drops, I can just get back my stuff and outvalue them that way. Play a Frogmite. Your turn. So they played 1 mana worth of spells on turn 1. On turn 2, I played 8 mana worth of spells for 1 mana. So Affinity is pretty good. Go land, Candy Trail. See what's on top. Krarkland Shaman and a Refurbished Familiar. So I can take both of these and pass, I guess, just to make it look like I have something. We're going to sacrifice the Candy Trail right now. Then next turn I can play Blood Fountain and the Refurbished, or the Krarkland Shaman. Or Refurbished Familiar. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just going to cast my spells. Our opponent cracks the Implement. Blast Runner. Are they going to attack? It appears they're not going to attack, so let's crack the Candy Trail and then play the Blood Fountain and attack you for 4. I doubt they want to trade, so I'll play the Refurbished Familiar, make them discard again. Then I'll play Krarkland Shaman, sacrifice the Frogmite and a Blood Token. I suppose I shouldn't sacrifice until it's their turn, because this stops them from going like Kuldotha into Bushwhacker on their turn. They play a land, 3 cards in hand. They're attacking. Alright, I'll do my sacrifice stuff. And their creatures are going to be dead. I have 2 flyers, so they stay alive. Plays a synthesizer. Finding another synthesizer. Very good for them. They chain the synthesizers together. Finding a great furnace. Plays a blast runner. We have a frogmite. I'm going to attack for 4. Now I feel like I'm trying to be the beatdown. They crack the synthesizer, finding a lightning bolt. They have a land. They probably go after the frog. The refurbished familiar. Okay. Get in for 2 or 3. We'll play our Dark Moss Bridge. Pass the turn. Attack you for 2. Planning on blocking here and then getting back the double frogs. Hard to say. Maybe I should have left the refurbished familiar back. Just felt like I was pretty ahead at the moment. They're going to crack the synthesizer again, finding a mountain. Plays the mountain. They can get in for 3 again. Or attack for 5 and trade. Or they can use a removal spell on my frogmite and get in for 5. Then I'll have to keep the refurbished familiar back, I think. They smash the smithereens, the refurbished familiar. Get in for 5. There's a lot. Find a candy trail. I'm going to blood fountain back. Frog. Play him. Pass the turn. They have 2 cards in hand. No attacks for the opponent. Alright, we're going to candy trail. Don't think I want lands here. Bottom. Draw a card. Finding another frogmite. Okay. Play the bridge. Play the frogmite. Can I attack you? Maybe not. I still think I'm going to attack. Put them to 8. So next turn I can attack for lethal. Then they have to block. Then I can blood fountain back some stuff. They bolt the refurbished familiar. Plays a Goblin Tomb Raider. Are they planning on attacking? They're attacking with everything. Block. I'll trade. Now, blood fountain, get back my 2 refurbished familiars. Play 1. They discard a mountain. I'll pass the turn. So if they play the card from their hand, then I get to draw a card off the refurbished familiar. We're going to block. Nice. Okay, so play refurbished familiar again. Get rid of your card. It was a mountain. Let's blood fountain, discard the Slagwoods Bridge. Finding a forest. Play a blood fountain again. Play the forest. Pass. So I think I'm going to go after the refurbished familiar. They keep a card in hand. Let's deadly dispute the blood token. Finding a galvanic blast. So bridge, blood back, double frogs are refurbished and a frogmite. Play the frogmite and the refurbished familiar. And then next turn we can attack for lethal and galvanic blast them. This is actually working out. Turn 11. They fire blast me. Okay, we draw a card. Draw a bridge. Attack you. You're go to 8. Next turn I have 6, 10 damage. So you only have 1 card that you can draw. Unless you go something crazy. Like synthesizer into Kuldotha would be probably something that could get there. Pyroblast. Attack. Let's galvanic. I could also try to counter my galvanic with a pyroblast for the rub-ins, but I definitely don't think that's wise. Not very nice. So let's get rid of that pyroblast and put a Krark-Clan Shaman back in the deck. And submit. Maybe Gorilla Shaman is okay versus them as well. They're probably going to bring in Gorilla Shaman versus me. We have a Metamorphosis. Is that good enough? They're keeping 7. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Putting Avenging Hunter on the table might not even be good enough. I think I have to mulligan this hand. This seems better. Keep. We'll get rid of a blood fountain. So we can spew onto the table on turn 3. Spit out our creatures, I mean. They play a land. We have triple frogmites. Opponent plays a mountain, another blast runner, and an implement of combustion. So we're going to get hit for 6 next turn. Scary. Bridge, candy trail. We're looking for a black mana. Okay. Top. We can go land, frog, draw a card. They Kuldotha Rebirth, which is very scary. We're going to get hit for 6. Tomb Raider enters the battlefield. That's 8 damage. Land, frog, gain 3 life. Go to 14. Our opponent's considering their options, which indicates to me that they don't have the Bushwhacker in hand, otherwise I would go for it. It looks like they're about to play Bushwhacker anyway. Goblin Grenades is to 9. So I'm going to double block this and block that. And they just have another Goblin Grenade, and then attack for lethal. So they were doing combat math is what the deal was. Deck does not seem super great versus the burn deck. Block, block, and block. We're going to take 5, going to 4. And then they just throw another Goblin Grenade at us. Well, they're an Epicure. So they can crack the Epicure. They can crack the Blood Token, give this Menace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we play the Refurbished Familiar. They discard a card. And then we play a Mere Enforcer. We can double block this. They must have another Bushwhacker in hand. They discarded a Bushwhacker. Why didn't you just Bushwhacker last turn? Ridiculous. Bushwhacker into Goblin Grenade would have been lethal, but they just have the bolt anyway, so it's all good. All right, on to the next. All right, match 3. We're on the draw. I think I keep this. 1, 2. They play a Tramway, so it's probably Goblin combo. So I can go draw Forge Bridge, pass. Turn 2, play. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I play the Candy Trail, land, play the Blood Fountain. I think it's not that likely that they win this turn. I'm going to play the Candy Trail. Okay, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to bottom the Forest. I'll top the Paladin, though, and pass. Planning to Deadly Dispute a Blood Token. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I can cast the other thing. We do have the Galvanic Blast for their combo bit. They have a Duress, though. Suck. Not good for me. Right now, they can't really tell what we're doing. They could just take the Galvanic Blast. Yep. Pass. So, first thing I'm going to do is Deadly Dispute the Blood Token. Find another Galvanic Blast. So next turn we can either Galvanic or play the Paladin. I think I need to get the Mere Enforcer onto the table when it Deadly Disputes their Wellspring. So the hard part is, what do I even go after with my Galvanic Blast? They play a Goblin Matron. Okay. Will they have the combo next turn? Finds a Skirk Prospector. Plays a Rakdos Carnarium. Let's draw off the Candy Trail and not play the Paladin right now. Have a Frogmite. Play another Bridge. Attack for 4. Like all mind games. They play the Prospector. So some of the things that can happen here are they could have an Unearth. They have the Unearth here. So that probably means they don't have another Unearth. They get the Matron. Gets a Putrid Goblin. Plays the Putrid Goblin. Sacrifices it. Plays the first day of class. So I could go after the Prospector here, or the Putrid Goblin when it comes back. I'm just going to try to kill the Putrid Goblin because they searched that up last. Maybe they have that as the least effect. Go after the Putrid Goblin, and we'll see if we're dead. They sacrifice it for red. So if they have a second one, then we probably lose. Yep, so they have the Unearth. They had the Unearth, so that beat my removal spell either way. So we just have to wait and see if they combo. Get out your coloring books, everybody. We cast Introduction to Prophecy. They go bottom, bottom. Making some more mana here. Cast another first day of class, getting another Introduction to Prophecy. This is going to give them quite a few triggers. So post board, we have 4 Krark-Clan Shamans that can do a lot of work. Cast another Introduction to Prophecy. They go bottom, bottom. Sacrificing their creature again. Impulsive Pilferer will give them more black mana because they can sacrifice it, make a treasure, and then they can bring it back. Then sacrifice it again. Plays a Skirk Prospector. It looks like they're going beatdowns. They're going to attack for 9. Okay. Interesting. So I think I'm going to play my initiative creature then. Hit the plains, play the bridge, and pass the turn. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. They've got 3 3/3s. Fanatical Offering, sacrificing one of their tokens. Oh, a Great Furnace. 3 cards in hand still. Sacrifices their creature. They're going to first day of class yet again. Let's see if they can make it work this time. They discard a mountain. They finally found their win condition. Okay. So we want 4 Krark-Clan Shamans. And then we'll just cut all the top end stuff. or just removal spells and submit. Only removal. I will be the removal deck. Does the Metamorphosis even matter then? Not really. I guess maybe the Avenging Hunter can still be good. They had Great Furnace. 2 Avenging Hunter, 2 Gorilla Shaman. Maybe 3 Gorilla Shaman. Okay, we're on the play this time. This isn't really very fast. I'm going to mulligan. I guess this is a keep. We're going to get rid of a Clark Clan Shaman, play a bridge, looking at a turn 3 Refurbished Familiar, which doesn't do that much, but we can Deadly Dispute it and then play a Clark Clan Shaman. Our opponent mulligans to 6. We'll play the bridge, pass the turn. They play a bridge as well. Play our red bridge. And my Clark Clan Shaman is online. When it goes Putrid Goblin, we'll go land, cast Refurbished Familiar, play a Clark Clan Shaman. Pass the turn. Our opponent's going to attack for 2. I'm not that worried. 2 is fine. They Fanatical Offering their Putrid Goblin, getting a map token. Plays a Rakdos Carnarium. Play a Blood Fountain here. Going to attack with everything. They want to trade with the Clark Clan Shaman, that's fine, given that I have a backup copy. Yep, that's fine. Play another Clark Clan Shaman. Bridge. Pass the turn. They play a Skirk Prospector. Okay. Are you going to unearth into the combo? One thing I can do is on their end step next turn, they have the unearth. Okay. Wow, they're going for it. Okay. So I have to let this come back. Can they map at instant speed? Sorcery. So I guess I just crack my blood token. They Deadly Dispute the Skirk. Alright. I guess best case scenario, we draw an untapped land and we just get back both the Clark Clan Shamans and play them again. And they've got another Skirk Prospector. You're gonna get in for 2. Okay. We go to 16. Find a bridge. Going to Deadly Dispute my Refurb. Looking for a removal spell. Find an Avenging Hunter. Play the bridge. And I will pass the turn. See if they can kill me. If they can't, I can get my stuff back. I guess I'm a Gardens deck right now, because I'm just like removal and Avenging Hunter. They cast Introduction to Prophecy. Okay. They get in for 2. Plays a Putrid Goblin. You have it? Does not look like it. We're going to Deadly Dispute the treasure token here. Finding a cast down and a Deadly Dispute. Okay, so I can just kill this, kill it. Well, 2, 3, 4. Blood Fountain. Get back these 2 creatures. Play the Refurbished Familiar. They discard a Swamp. Play the Clark Clan Shaman. So I guess I'm kind of low on mana right now. I can play Avenging Hunter and grab a Mountain so I can have the Galvanic Blast online. They cast into the fire. We'll go Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Plays a Goblin Matron. This just goes on forever. It's a Prospector. They reset the counter, finding an Unearth. Good for them. So they have Unearth on top of the deck. They're going to keep it. Before we rip a Mirror Enforcer, pass the turn. Galvanic Blast in hand. Play Dark Dweller Oracle. Sacrifice, okay. Find a Chromatic Star. Plays the Chromatic Star. That's nice for them. Going to kill the Oracle, I think. Kill that. They still have the Unearth in hand. So they have Skirk Prospector and Unearth. They're going to sacrifice it to itself, I guess. Exiling a Mountain. Play a Blood Fountain. Then I'm going to Deadly Dispute the Blood token, looking for lands. Find a land. I have a cast down now. So I think I pass. I have 5. So I can use my Galvanic on end step and then do something else. They're going to Unearth, get back the Matron. So the Unearth is gone. Sort of surprised they use the Unearth there. Finds a Masked Vandal. Okay. Annoying. So they get rid of the Blood Fountain then. I have a lot of Blood Fountains in the deck, luckily. Okay, they crack for green. Game's just going on forever. Get rid of the Blood Fountain. Pretty expected. Plays a land. I think I go cast down to take out the Putrid Goblin. So that makes it not be able to combo. Unless they get more unearths, of course. And then I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I go Mirror Enforcer here, Avenging Hunter. Can't get the planes, but I don't have anything else. I'll just go Mirror Enforcer into Avenging Hunter, grabbing the mountain. We don't have the mountain. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Well, I hosed myself, so now I guess I'm going to attack you. Maybe that was a bad idea too, because I can block with the Putrid Goblin. Blocking with everything. So if they have an Unearth, they can get a Putrid Goblin anyway. I don't know why they blocked with everything. Maybe they want to unearth the Masked Vandal? I'm confused. They've got to have an unearth in hand then. They crack the tramway station. Plays a Rakdos Carnarium. Time is becoming a factor for the opponent. Can't attack. Okay, we're going to go straight into Forge. Because if they don't block well, then they're just dead because of the Galvanic. Send very large amount of damage. 15. Okay, Galvanic. So we win game 2. Okay. So, becoming the removal deck. Interesting, interesting. It seemed like it worked. Removal into Avenging Hunter. Gorilla Shaman, pretty mid. We also have to have a hand that has lands. It went okay, I think, so let's do it again. Okay, so our opponent mulliganed to 6. I think I'm going to keep this because of the Candy Trail. Slagwood's Bridge doesn't do very much because we have the Metamorphosis gone. So we can just go land Candy Trail and set up. Opponent mulligans to 5. So our best draw just became a Refurbished Familiar. So that means I'm more likely to just cast the Candy Trail turn 1. I'm going to cast down. Mirror Enforcer, we're going to bottom this. I guess I can top the Mirror Enforcer. So next turn it is Blood Fountain land. They duress me. So the Blood Fountain being gone is pretty bad. They take the cast down. Plays a land. Go Blood Fountain. Play a land. We have 5 artifacts on the table. They cast Dark Dweller Oracle. 3 cards in hand. So 6. Mirror Enforcer. Pass the turn. I feel like by casting that out, they're saying that they have something going on. They play Skirk Prospector. Looks like no attacks. Okay, land, Mirror Enforcer. We will attack you. Boom. And then pass, I guess. Fanatical Offering. Killing their land. I'm going to kill your Dark Dweller Oracle. Sacrifice it. I'm going to draw a card. Blood Fountain. They go to 3 cards in hand. I don't think that they can combo off on some blind draws, but they have 4 cards, so let's see. Plays a land. They map finding a Gorilla Shaman on top. That's kind of annoying. They put it into their graveyard. They could unearth it right now and take away my land. Okay. Abrade's a Mirror Enforcer. Gets in for 2. We can just get back the Mirror Enforcer. They have Frogmite. Going to discard the Avenging Hunter here. Finding a cast down. Let's play the Blood Fountain. Kill this thing. And attack. They're going to go to 12. So this next turn I can... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I can Blood Fountain back the Avenging Hunter and the Mirror Enforcer and just pop out a Mirror Enforcer here. And then they'll be dead in 2 turns. If something crazy looks like it's about to happen, I can Blood Token away something. They play a Goblin Matron. So they are missing 2 pieces, as far as we know. Reveals a Prospector. So they may have the other card in hand. They're just going to attack, given that I drew the cast down here. They go to 6. Or a Goblin combo. Can't even beat janky Affinity. I guess Affinity is too strong. I don't know. I can't count my chickens, but I'm feeling pretty good about it right now. Plays a Skirk Prospector. Okay. No attacks. We're going to Blood Fountain. And I'll take my turn. Avenging Hunter. Find the Tree of Tales. Okay, so I'm going to swing out. One of their cards is going to die. They're going to go to 2. Okay. I have a cast into the fire. Okay. I'll play my Mirror Enforcer post-combat. And pass. They're trying to be the removal spell deck as well, I guess. So we could discard the Avenging Hunter to the Blood Token again, and then get it back again. See what's going to happen here. On their end step, if they only have the one creature, we just go cast down and then try to attack. They're going to unearth their matron. Okay. 2 cards in hand. Grabs the Putrid Goblin. Okay, they play the Putrid Goblin. So if they cast First Day of Class here, I think I'm still going to go after the Putrid Goblin. They get an Introduction to Prophecy. Cast down. So they're out of black mana. Looks like that's it for them. They can't sacrifice the Skirk Prospector or they'll die. We find a Refurbished Familiar, which is pretty nice. They can... Going to attack for 6. They can block the Mirror Enforcer. I wonder if I have a swamp in the deck, now that I don't have a mountain. Let's go look. Okay, I looked and I do have a swamp, so I can Avenging Hunter into the Refurbished Familiar. Opponent gives me some Z's in the chat. I don't know what that's about. Grab the swamp, play the Refurbished Familiar, and let's see if you can kill me on 1 card. They discard a Fanatical Offering. GG! 3 and 1, let's go. See you around 5. Round 5. We have an unkeepable hand. Okay. You can maybe do the thing. I'm not really getting anywhere, but I think we're going to keep. And then I have to decide if I'd rather have a Refurbished Familiar or a Deadly Dispute. And I think I'd rather have the Deadly Dispute at this point. But we don't have any black sources, so that's kind of moot anyway. Our opponent plays Island Ponder. So the likelihood is that they're on Izzet Control. Interesting. Find a Drawsforge Bridge, so now Refurbished Familiar is closer to being on the table. Cycles Lorien Revealed. Gets a snow-covered island. Plays a Ponder. So untapped artifact land, and we can play the Refurbished Familiar or a Candy Trail. Find a Mirror Enforcer. Well, let's play our bridge and pass. We're Junding them out. They play a mountain. I feel like we're going to walk into a counterspell here. I guess I will attempt to play the Refurbished Familiar. Counterspell for the opponent. Yep. Saw that one coming. And now they can slam the Monarch. Brutal. Blood Fountain into Frogmite into Mirror Enforcer. I mean, it's probable that they have removal spells here. They're going to scred the Mirror Enforcer. Okay. That's the Tolarian Terror. They just got big guys, and I'm going to scoop. I mean, like, what are we going to do here? Nothing. They have a counterspell. Deadly Dispute the Blood Token. Alright, they beat us. Our hand was not very strong. So it's better for us to have Pyroblasts than the Galvanics. I still think if we can do the Metamorphosis thing, then we will probably win. Especially if it's early, so we're going to keep that in. We're on the play. Cannot keep this. We have land. We have the Metamorphosis into Paladin. Okay, we're going to get rid of the Familiar. Go Slagwood Bridge. We're looking to draw an untapped source. So we can go land and to almost get there. Pass the turn. They play a Volatile Fjord. We're looking for a land. Find a land. So, Candy Trail. Another land and a Frogmite. I guess I will take the land. Frogmite, I don't know if I want. Take the land. Play the Candy Trail. Land Paladin. So second Paladin. I guess I'm taking it. And pass the turn. So this all depends on them not holding up Counterspell. They're going to Brainstorm here. They are not going to see this one coming, that is for sure. Don't hold up a Counterspell, opponent. You don't need to. You don't need to do it. I'm ready. Okay. They didn't see it coming. Bridge. Frogmite. And combo. Paladin. Oh, the other Paladin on top doesn't matter, right? Because we're not going to draw it anyway. Because we're going to shuffle our deck. We will get the Forest. Well, the Plains. We don't have white mana on table. They're like, what? Turn 3 Paladin. I said, lol, that's spicy. So now we want to forge the paladin because we want to get it out of scred range. At this point, if they had double bolt, they could kill it. Plays Augur of Bolas. Finding a Lorien revealed. So they're probably going to try to get their Murring Mystic on the table. We're going to forge. Finding a bridge. Let's crack the Canny Trail. Okay, I'll play land. Crack another Canny Trail. Okay, swing. We have a refurbished familiar now. They go to 15. Well, their best bet is to play out Murring Mystic at this point, I think. When it says they indeed did not see that one coming. They cycle for an island. We only have 2 artifacts on the table. So Mere Enforcers are not really castable at the moment. If we play a Slagwood Bridge, we can cast it for 5 mana. Or 3 mana. Play an island. And a Tolarian Terror. Okay, they're going to go to 10 here. Trap you. You go to 10. Let's see what we can draw. A Mere Enforcer. Land. This costs 4. This costs 1. So we can refurbished. Familiars all day. I'll only play as familiars. Play a Mere Enforcer. Attack you for 5. Now you're at 5. So if you attack with the Solarian Terror, I could just not block. I'm probably gonna block. They play an Augur of Bolas. But if I block, then they can scred it. Let's see. Plays a Perilous Landscape. If they attack Terror Augur, I'm going to double block the Tolarian Terror with the Mere Enforcer. Maybe not. If they scred pre-combat, then my blocks are easy. If they don't scred pre-combat, they're going to cast into fire my creature. Okay. That makes it easy for me as well. We go into Archives, draw a card, looking for more initiative. Find a Pyroblast. So we can just Pyroblast, kill your Tolarian Terror, play the Blood Fountain, Frogmite, so we can discard the bridge, or I think I'm going to discard the bridge. Find a Deadly Dispute, let's just swing, so they have to block this one, or they'll be dead. Augur of Bolas is dead, so. Next turn we get to Throne. They do have Scred, so we're looking to find Avenging Hunter because it has Trample, but it'll also die to Scred. Right now they have 6 for Scred. Okay, so they can like cast into the fire my creature and then Scred my other creature. Now they have a lot of power, or a lot of lands, I mean. Scred is getting bigger and bigger. Okay, we're going to grab the Avenging Hunter because of Trample and Initiative. I'm going to grab a land. My last basic. And attack with everything. They have to block. They can Scred my Mere Enforcer. But then I can just go Frogmite, get back Mere Enforcer, and Frogmite. Okay. So you're at 5. Land, Frogmite. Get these 2 things back. And I'll cast them. Frogmite. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. We did the thing. They have a counterspell. Fair enough. All right. Let's see if we can take the match. We're going to be on the draw. They know what's coming this time. Scary. Let's try it. That was cool. I'm glad that this league we've got to do a lot of these Metamorphosis combos. Very cool. Okay, we have Frogmite. Okay, I'm going to keep this one. We've got the Pyroblast to protect the Metamorphosis, but only the 1 green source. And that's our red source too. Okay, now we've got more going on. So this turn we have a frog. They're afraid. They're very afraid. Nope, they're not afraid at all. They're going to cast into fire my land. Fair enough. You got it. Land, the Blood Fountain. We have 2 artifacts. This will be 3, 4. Frogmite's free. Plays an Augur of Bolas. So we are looking for green source and or initiative. Land, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that doesn't matter that much. I should Candy Trail here. I don't want this. Can take the bridge, I think. Play the Frogmite. 1, 2, 3, Opponent ponders. We have a Pyroblast lined up, but I'm not sure how good it is at the moment. Cycles of Lorien revealed. So I'm kind of hoping that their Monarch is not the red version they've got in hand. Scred's my frog. Or frog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so land, Blood Fountain, into Frog Mirror Enforcer. It's the turn. A Cycle of Lorien revealed. 4 cards in hand. They're going to go Murmuring Mystic. I will attempt to Pyroblast. They Scred my creature. Okay. So I cannot Metamorphosis this turn. Hunting a Blood Fountain. Let's draw a card. Okay, so let's discard the Metamorphosis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plays Azure Fleet Admiral. Darn! Gets in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we can strip their hand. Play Refurbished Familiar. They discard. Play Refurbished Familiar again. They discard again. Play Mirror Enforcer. I'm going to discard my extra Blood Fountain here. A Frogmite. I've certainly got attacks. We're going to try to take back the Monarchy. We have a Frogmite and a Mirror Enforcer in the graveyard. Right now they're brainstorming. I have to kill both of my flyers. But if their Azure Fleet Admiral becomes unblockable. They play the Tolarian Terror. So I cannot attack with my grounders. So I'm looking for a land here. We'll attack for 4 in the air. Hey, we connect. Let's see what we draw off the top. Pyroblast will go straight at the Admiral. Nope, Tree of Tails. Okay, so we can attempt to double block the Tolarian Terror, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get back both Mirror Enforcers. We're just attacking with the Azure Fleet Admiral. Okay. Draw a card. We're trading it back and forth here. Land. Mirror Enforcer. Counterspell for the opponent. We will attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. We take the Monarchy. Grab the Mirror Enforcers. Sweet. Mirror Enforcer. And then another one. How about another Mirror Enforcer? Don't mind if I do. We're going to counterspell. I'm going to get him back again. Goliath Paladin. When it plays Augur of Bolas, what do they find? Counterspell. Annoying. Gets in for 3. We go to 14. I guess we could just attack with all of our stuff. Finding a Drawsforge Bridge. We will attack for 4 in the air. Opponent goes to 8. We take the Monarchy back. They've used my last Blood Fountain here. Counterspell, lose focus. We know they have the counterspell in hand, right? So if we get back these two, play them out, then they counterspell. Then next turn we just slam an Avenging Hunter, but then they can take the initiative as well. But they'll be closer to dying. I think I should just try to do stuff. Blood Fountain. We're going wide. Play the Frogmite. Mirror Enforcer. So it gets it out of their hand. Now they can't play Mystic and then hold up Counterspell and get a bird. We draw Plains. They're going to put us to 11. They draw a card. Plays a Snow-Covered Mountain. Draws a card again. Plays a Brainstorm looking for removal spells. We have a lot of attacks. So if I attack out, they have to block here. That's his. Then they have to block this. They have a Lightning Bolt for the Fam. Now I feel like I have to attack out. Go Plains. Probably have a Bolt. They're going to eat the Mirror Enforcer. I'm going to attack with everything. They block and block. They're going to take 6. Okay. We are the Monarch. So let's go. Oops. Second main. Play our Paladin. Do you have a counterspell? They don't. So now we're looking to draw into a Pyroblast. With the Forest. Can we draw a Pyroblast? Not this turn. Right now they're at 2. So all they can do is attack with the Admiral, I think. We have full attacks with everything else. What a crazy, crazy match. It's getting tight. They get in for 3. They're going to take the initiative and the monarchy. Oh, I have to put the triggers on the stack, my bad. This is probably the last turn. They grab a mountain, play the mountain, 3 cards in hand, plays another terror, Gorilla Shaman. So they can take out my Vault Tree of Tales. 1, 2, 3, 4. Find a Pyroblast. I can Pyroblast the Azure Fleet Admiral. Let's see what happens here. Land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to go cast the Avenging Hunter. Take the initiative. Go Forge. Forge on the Familiar. They don't have a removal spell. Play a Frogmite. Attack with everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. So now I guess they could have a Hydroblast. Let's see what happens. Block, block. Okay. Have a Bolt. That's annoying. I'm going to blow up your Azure Fleet Admiral. Damn. They have a Spell Pierce. Oh, God. Okay. So we lose most of our creatures. We have the initiative, so they have to attack us to take back the initiative. What a hand. I guess I should have just pyroed one of their creatures and then attacked. Okay. Alright, GG. I guess I threw, but well, that was kind of fun, and hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks again for the deck donation. I'll see you in the next video.